Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about two super rare coins from the US and UK that could be hiding in your pocket. These coins look normal but could be worth thousands of dollars. Don't go anywhere, you might have a treasure without even knowing it. Let's talk about a special US quarter that some people are finding in their spare change, the 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter. This quarter was made to celebrate 200 years of American independence. That's why it has a unique design. On the front, it still shows George Washington, but the back is different. It has a picture of a drummer boy, a torch, and 13 stars, which stand for the first 13 American colonies. It also has two dates on it, 1776 to 1976, to mark the bicentennial. Most of these quarters were made out of copper and nickel, and they were made in huge numbers, so most are only worth 25 cents. But here's where it gets exciting. Some of these coins can be worth big money. One of them, made at the Denver Mint, look for the small letter D on the front, was in almost perfect condition and sold for $8,400 at auction. That's right, just one quarter worth thousands of dollars. It was graded MS68, which means it looked brand new, with no marks or scratches. Coins in this condition are very rare, especially from 1976, because most have been used and passed around for years. Collectors love coins that look almost perfect, and they'll pay a lot to get one. But perfect condition isn't the only thing that can make these quarters valuable. Some of them were made with mistakes, and that can make them worth even more. For example, a few bicentennial quarters were made with 40% silver, even though most were just copper and nickel. These silver coins were supposed to go into special collector sets, but some ended up in regular circulation by accident. If you find one of those, it could be worth a lot more. There are also error coins, like ones where the design is printed more than once, called a double die, or where the picture is off-center because the coin wasn't lined up right during printing. These types of mistakes are really interesting to coin collectors. Even if your quarter doesn't have an error or isn't made of silver, it might still be worth more than 25 cents if it looks really clean and new. So how can you tell if your quarter is special? First, check for the Denver Mint mark, which means it was made in Denver. Then, look closely at the coin, use a magnifying glass if you can. Check the drummer boy design, the lettering, and the date to see if there are any odd marks, extra lines, or other small details that don't look normal. Also, see if the coin looks very shiny or sharp. That's a sign it hasn't been used much and could be in great condition. Lots of people have these coins sitting in jars or drawers and don't know they might be worth real money. So next time you go through your coins, keep an eye out for the 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter. That little coin could end up being a hidden treasure. Let's talk about a coin from the United Kingdom that could be worth a lot of money, the 1983 £1 coin. This was the first £1 coin ever made, replacing the old paper pound note. It has a round shape, feels heavy, and is made of a yellowish metal. On the side, the edge, it usually has a special message written in Latin, Decus et Utamen, which means an ornament and a safeguard. That edge writing was added to stop people from making fake coins. Now here's where things get interesting. Some of these 1983 £1 coins were made without any writing on the edge at all. This is called an error coin, and it's very rare. Only a small number of these were made by mistake, and nobody noticed at first. It's believed these coins were meant for special collector sets but somehow got mixed in with the coins used by the public. So people started using them like regular money, not knowing they had something really special. Over time, coin collectors found out about this error. The Royal Mint didn't even realize the mistake until years later. That means these rare coins were out in the world for a long time before anyone knew they were valuable. Today, these error coins, the ones with no edge writing, have sold at auctions for as much as £1,800, which is about $2,300 in US dollars. That's a huge amount for a coin that only says £1 on the front. So how do you check if you have one? It's super simple. First, look at the date. It has to be from 1983. Then hold the coin and look closely at the edge. A normal 1983 £1 coin will have the Latin words Decus et Utamen written around the side. But if your coin has a smooth edge with no writing, or the words are missing or hard to read, you might have one of these rare coins. You don't need anything fancy, just your eyes or maybe a magnifying glass. Lots of people still have old coins lying around in drawers, boxes, or piggy banks. So check yours, you might be sitting on a mini treasure without even knowing it. A tiny mistake at the mint turned this regular £1 coin into something collectors are now paying big money for. That's why this £1,983 coin is now one of the most wanted error coins in the UK. Conclusion. So, whether you're in the US or the UK, it's important to pay attention to your coins because they could be worth more than you think. The 1976 AD Bicentennial Quarter, for example, can be worth up to $8,400 if it's in great condition or has an error. Similarly, the 1983 £1 coin from the UK can be worth up to $2,300 if the edge inscription is missing. If you've ever found a rare coin like these, let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future updates.